Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So today we will learn basic system configuration tools and standard input, output and pipes. So first we will learn what is date command. Using the date command, it will show the current date of the server. You see, this is the current date of the server. If we want to change the date, we can use the command date -- set, and this is the format. Okay. So let us change the date. Now, if we will check, now date is changed to July 3rd. So again, let's change the date. This is the format. Here we can do 10/10, and today is 10. Sorry, today is 18. Then month, this is 10. Now you can say Tuesday, October 18, and this is the current time. So this is the format. Here you can see this is the 2022, this is the year, and this is the 10 is the month, and 18 is the date. This is the format to change the current date of the server. Then view interface configuration with IPA command. IPA command will show the network interface of the server. Here you can see using IPA command, it is showing the all network interfaces available in the server. Here you can notice ENS33 is the port, network port where IP is configured, and this is the IP of the server. And other ports are there. If you want to filter out from the all these output, you can also use the command nmcli connection show. Here you can see out of those all fields, here you can see it is filtered out, and here it is displaying the name, and this is the device name. So if we use the GUI tool, you can see let me close this one. Go to the application, then go to the system tool, then go to setting. Here go to the network. Okay, here you can see two ports are available in the server. How you can add the interfaces to the server? In case of virtual machine, go to the manager virtual machine setting. Here you can add hardware devices like network adapter. You can add here. After adding, it will display in the server. Here you can see ENS33. You can see ENS33 and ENS36, both two interfaces are added in the server, and in the ENS33 IP is configured, and in case of ENS36 no IP is configured. Sorry, IP is also configured in ENS36. Okay, so that you can check in the GUI tool also. This is the GUI tool. You can go to the setting, and here you can say you can check IP address is configured automatically, and please remember connect automatically, this should be selected, so that whenever you will restart the server, the interface will be connect automatically. And this is also another interface where IP is configured in DHCP mode. So if you want to add the interface, here you can click on the plus, then you can add another ports. So this is a GUI tool. In case of command prompt, you can also do the same thing using command nmtui. This is also a GUI tool. Using the nmtui tool, you can edit or activate a connection. If you go for the edit, in case of ENS33, then go to edit. Here you can do the configuration according to the requirement. So nmtui is the GUI tool through which we can configure the IP address of the server. Then if you want to enable the interface, you can use the command if of ENS192. In case of my server, I will use the ENS33 or ENS36. These are the devices connected to my server. But according to the production server, the device will be different. You can check the device list using the nmcli connection show or IPA. IPA is the short command. Using the IPA, it will give the detailed information, but in case of nmcli connection show, it will show the short description. Okay. Now disable interface with if down command, if down ENS 192. This is the network adapter. Using the if up and if down, we can up and down a network interface. Now graphical tool I have already shown you. This is the system, administration, network. This is the GUI tool available in the GUI. But in case of command prompt, we can also use the NMTY tool. Then network configuration files. As I told you previously, all configurations are in Linux are stored in a file structure. So this network interface connection also stored in the files in a configuration file, and that file is located in cd/etc sysconfig network-script. Here you can check if config ENS33. This is the configuration file where configuration is stored for the ENS33 port. You can see these are the parameters where it is configured. Okay, you can see boot root is the DHCP. So this is the configuration file for the ENS33, and the path is the etc sysconfig network-script. Network configuration file. Other global network settings are saved in etc sysconfig network. So this is the another configuration file where global configuration is saved. Global configuration means the DNS configuration that we can save in this file.
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
here
tell me.
any IP details or any gateway details can you get in the script file?
You can get the IP detail and
Means
gateway detail
what are the
also.
things you are giving settings?
In
So it will show
in my
save in a log file.
no in my case, the IP address is configured to get from the DHCP server. That's why here it is DHCP configured. In case if you will
DHCP
configure the
configure, but for DHCP, which IP is assigned presently? So that details can you get it on the script?
yes, using the IPA command, you can check the IP address. Using the IPA command, here you can see ENS33 is the port, and this is the IP address 192.160.37.130.
But if it is in case of DHCP, it's different. But if you go for manual,
In case
so
of
we can
manual,
change in. Can you
in
change
case
in
of
the script file itself the IP?
yes,
For
you can
example,
check.
manually given 130 is the
Hmm,
IP. If I
hmm,
want to change 130 to 131, in the
hmm.
script itself, can you edit that IP address?
Yes, we can do it in multiple ways. We can
Ah,
directly configure, change the configuration in that configuration file for ENS33, and we can also use the GUI tool. This is the GUI tool. Another command NMTY. Here also you can change the IP address.
yes, sir. That in script file, once again, can you open with the IP details? This thing we saw already. In the script file, we should get the IP details presently assigned. IP and
No,
gateway.
here you cannot get because my IP address
Okay.
is configured to get from the DHCP server. That's why
Ah,
here DHCP is configured. If I will assign the IP address manually, it will show
then it
here.
will.
Let me show you. Let me show
Okay.
you.
Yes, yes.
Ready to go for edit a connection. Here I will change the wired connection. Here
Yes.
you can say I will configure here manually. Okay.
Manually.
Then show. Then add here 192.168. 37.131. Okay.
Yes.
Then let's say add the gateway
Yes.
192.168.37.1,
One.
and here you have to set the subnet mask, let's say 21. Okay.
20.
Then select please remember to select this one automatically connection,
Yes.
then
Yes.
press OK. then back, then go for activate a connection, then select the wire connection, deactivate, and then activate it again.
Activity.
Activate. Now you can see here a star mark is added. That means the wire connection is activated. Then go to quit, then check IPA. You can see we have given the IP address 192.168.37.131. Now if you check the configuration file, configuration script that we are talking about, this is the configuration file. Okay. So if we'll check that configuration file, here you can see all the configuration files are stored here. You can see IP address is this, gateway is this, prefix is that means subnet mask is 21, and all other parameters are configured here.
Yes, yes. Now this is the correct.
Okay. Here you can also
Anything
directly
you want
modify
to
the IP address.
anything you want to modify here itself, you can modify that script itself.
Yes, we can modify here as well.
Okay.
Okay.
How it is?
Once after modify this configuration, we need to save, and after that we have to restart the network service, and that
Server.
command
Okay.
will be service network manager restart.
Restart. Yes.
Okay. I cannot restart here because if I restart, my
Yes. Yes.
connection
Yes.
will drop.
Okay. Okay.
This is
After
the
restart,
connection.
it will be active.
Yes, after restart, it will be affect the configuration.
Changes. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Another command is service network restart also.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
So these are the multiple way using which we can change and modify the IP address of the server.
Yes.
Then this is the configuration file where global parameters are configured. That means global parameter means this IP address will be used by the all other ports. That is, the common is the network port. DNS configuration. DNS will be same for all adapters. If we want to configure the same DNS for all other adapters, we can configure here. But in my case, I am using the DSCP. That's why no parameters is configured here. But we can also configure the DNS in the network configuration file. This is the global configuration file for all network ports. And another configuration file is etc resolve.conf. Here it is the configuration file where we can set the DNS configuration for the server wide. Okay. Might be network configuration file giving some error, so we need to apply. Okay. Now we can connect again. Okay. Anyhow, I will check it again. So this is the configuration file where we can configure the DNS, IP, cat/etc resolve.conf. You can see this is the name server. Name server is the DNS IP. Here it is configured. According to the requirement, we can change the name server IP here. Name server means this is the DNS IP. Now, printer setting. In case of printer is configured in my server, I can use the lp state -a. Here in my server, printer is not configured. Okay, lp state command not found. That means printer is not configured. That's why it is not showing. And if you will give the print of a file, then we have to use the command lpr, and this is the file name. Using the lpr command, we can change the print to a printer, then LPQ to view the queue of the print queue, and LPRM to remove the job from the queue. Okay, these are the commands through which we can use the printer in the Linux. Now we will talk about the standard input and output. That means when I am using the lp state -a command, here you can see some output is showing in my terminal. That means it may be a successful output or it may be error. But how we can forward this output to a file? Standard input, that will keyboard by default. That means I have supplied the command and this is the command I have supplied from the keyboard. That means standard input always from the keyboard by default and standard output terminal window by default. This is the terminal. That means here it is showing me the output. That is the standard output, and standard error is the terminal window by default. This is the same only because in the terminal you can see the output and the error both. Standard output and standard error can be redirected to a file. Command operator file name find/etc-password. So this is the command through which we can. This is a command. It will display me the output, and that output we can directly forward to a file. How we can forward that? Using a greater than symbol, we can redirect the output of a successful output of a command to a file. Now let's check it. Cat /etc password pipe grep grep duk. This is the command. Here you can see this is the output. That means the command is successfully executed and it is giving me a valid information. So if I want to forward this successful message to a file, now create a file here, touch output.txt. I have created a output.txt file, and now I will forward the output of the command to the output.txt. Now you can see no output is showing here, and that output of the command is forwarded to the output.txt. Now check it. You can see that output is forwarded to the text file. So using the greater than symbol, we can forward the successful message to a file. And if you want to, and another thing we can check here, if you will check the Vishnu, the output also forwarded to the output.txt. And now check, previously there Duke user's information was present there, now it is replaced by the Vishnu user's information. But if we want to append the output, what we will do? We have to use the command double greater than symbol here. So then output will be append one by one. Previously there was Vishnu user's information. If we will check, now Duke user's information is added to the file. So if we want to append the output, we can use the double greater than symbol. So it is the greater than symbol through which we can forward the successful output message to a file. If we talk about the error, you can see this is a command which is giving me the error. So this is the command which is giving me the error. If I will forward that output using the double greater than symbol output.txt, it is not forwarding. It is showing it is displaying in the terminal only, because this is not a successful message. This is the error message. So if you want to forward the error message as well, here what we will do? We will use the ampersand symbol, ampersand and greater than. Now you can see no output is showing here. Now check, you can see the error is forwarded to the output file. So this is the method using which we can forward the output of a command to a text file when it is useful. Why we will learn this trick? Because whenever we will execute a script and that script contains multiple commands, and if we find that some commands is not working properly, at that time we need to forward the output of the script to a file. At that time we can by forwarding the output of the all commands to a file, we can identify what error is showing there. According to, we can fix the error. So at that time it will be very useful to us to forward the output command output to a file. Is it clear to all? Rajendra Sharma, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then redirecting std output to a program using the pipe symbol. That means now in this case we have forwarded the output of a command to a file. If we want to forward the output of a command to another command, what we will do, we will use the pipe symbol. Here you can see command 1, and what the output coming from this command will be used as a input of the second command. Okay, so this is the command ls-l/etc ls-l/etc. You can see it is showing me displaying the all the files and directory present in the etc directory. But if we want to see page by page, what we will do, we will use the less or more. So ls-l is a command and more is another command. Here output of the ls-l command will be forwarded as the input of the more command. You can see it is showing me page by page and one by one by scrolling one by one. So this is the use of the pipe symbol. Okay, std error is not forwarded across pipe. That means only successful output will be forwarded by the pipe symbol, but error will be not forwarded by the pipe symbol. Now redirecting multiple target using the T command. That means command 1, the output will be forwarded as the input as a second command, then it will be forwarded to the third command. Using the T, you can forward the output of the command to multiple targets. Let's check this command cat etc password t file2 then grep div file2. That means what it will do, it will using the cat command, it will display the information of the password file, then t file2, then grep div file cat/etc passwd then pipe t file2 then grep div. What happened here? Using the cat command, it will retrieve the all information of the password file and it will temporarily store in the file 2. Then from the file 2, it will filter out the Duke users information and that will forward it to the file 2 again. That means in case now if we will check the file 2, here we will see the Duke users information only. Let's check the file 2. You can see the command is double greater than symbol. That means it will append the Duke users information in the file 2. Previously what happened, using the cat command, it will retrieve the all information and it will store in the file 2. you can see all users information stored in the file 2. Then after, from the output, it will filter out the Duke users information and it will append in the file 2. So you can see in the last of the file, Duke users information is there. So this is the command through which, using the T command, we can pass the output of a command to the multiple targets. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So today we have completed the session and we have learned basic system configuration tools, standard input, output, and pipes. So if you have any query or any doubt, please ask me.
No, sir. Thanks.